Hey guys, what's up? It's Tom here, El Merker as a lot of you know me as. So today's video is going to be the best render settings in Adobe Premiere Pro CC. Now, obviously I'm just going to do this tutorial real quick because obviously I've just discovered some nice little settings, and also I've been using Premiere Pro um, to obviously edit my videos and render them recently compared to Sony Vegas, because I think that the workflow in here is a lot easier compared to Sony Vegas. So obviously when you first start Premiere Pro, it comes up like this. Obviously you can do whatever you want. You can open your project or open a recent one. I'm just going to make a new one. Call it whatever you want. Obviously locate it and place the file wherever you want. I made a specific folder for it. And, you know, mess around with this, whatever you want. But the only thing to change is this capture one. Instead of it might be on default by the DV, just change it to HDV, and that's pretty much it. You can also change these, makes things run a bit smoother inside when you're in. But apart from that, it's just that you want to change. Obviously, it opens up, and yeah. So the main thing is sequence. So let's just drag something in. Let's just go raw. I'll just grab a random CS:GO clip, drag it on here, and there you go. So then I'm just going to show you the sequence settings too, just in case any of you are wondering. Due to the YouTube's new 30 FPS, 60 FPS setting, that you can now upload 60 FPS, and you know people can watch it at 60 FPS. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So originally, I think it was on HDD 720p, or you can use it at 1080p. It's completely up to you. Have that at 60 frames, 1920 by 1080 if you want it 1080p, or like I've got it 1280 by 720. Square pixels 1, no fields, progressive scan, obviously 60 FPS timecode. And this doesn't really matter too much, but I have it on 44100. A lot of people have it on 4800. But yeah, it completely depends on what audio stuff you're using, really. And then you don't really need to change anything else. If you're going to use maximum random quality, then go for it. But the thing is, by using that, is that obviously it's going to make the rendering take longer, but it will come out at a bit of better quality. So you know, it's up to you. And also the same for this one. But the only thing that I like to put on is the composite in linear color requires GPU acceleration or max render quality. You just click OK, and it might change a little bit. But if you do want to change it, if you do want to like render in 30 FPS, it's completely fine. Just change it so that obviously this is 30 FPS, not 60. When your playback will be in 60 frames. So the rendering, what I'm going to do is File, maybe leave it as Export, yeah, or Control M, and it brings this little bad boy up. Now this is basically like the rendering area. So obviously, depending on whatever you want, if you've done your editing, I'm going to show you how to edit or whatever in this, because I'm not a pro at it either. Just copy the settings of what you see on screen. I'll make the window a little bit bigger for you so you guys can see. There we go. So basically, I have the formatting on H.264, which is what everyone has it on. The main problem that I was having especially was that whenever you watched the videos, everyone had it on YouTube 720p HD, but I decided no, that's not the right one, and I may believe I have it on one of these. Doesn't really matter which one because you get to change it anyway. But yeah, but it's not really, you know, it's not really that you're basing it off. So obviously this is my preset. The output name, you click it and put it wherever you want. Obviously you want export video and audio out, so obviously you want them on. Don't touch the effects tab, there's nothing in here that you really need. Video, obviously 1280 720 or 1920 by 1080 depending on what you're doing. And 60 frames or 30 frames, progressive, square pixels 1, NTC, and then main. Now this levels things. This levels completely depends if you're recording at like 1920 by 1080 at 60 frames or 720 by 1280 by 720 at 30 frames or 60 frames. So what I would do is just notch this at 60 frames. So obviously if I do that, you see the resolution went up, but if I drop it back down to 4.1, it jumps to 59.94. I can just change it to 60. So this needs to be at 4.1 pretty much. And then render at maximum depth, it should be ticked if you want good quality. Now for what I do, let's click this again. For 60 FPS, you want the bitrate settings should be bitrate encoding VBR 2-pass, when it should be target bitrate is 6 and then maximum bitrate is 10. And the audio, again, I just notch it at 40/100. Stereo, audio quality high, 192 bitrate. I don't really touch anything else. I don't touch this, I don't touch that, and I don't touch that. But then the main set of settings is use maximum render quality, this little button here. Make sure that's ticked. And I also ensure that the import into project button is also on. Then you hit export, and it would basically go over the video twice because you've got VBR 2-pass on, and yeah. Don't use CBR. The difference between CBR and VBR is CBR is a constant bit rate, so it will constantly run at a set bit rate that you give it. So if I put this up to 10, the video will render at 10 megabytes constant, not variable. But this is like VBR, where it will do it basically means like that. It says variable bit rate, which is also 1-pass. So the lowest it'll go at is 6, and the highest it'll go at is 10. The reason for that is because it just leaves a little bit of headspace for the computer to render and stuff like that. And then the encoding will do 1-pass, and 2 passes obviously goes over it twice and renders it a lot better. So I hope this video helped, because obviously I used to render on the YouTube settings right down here, and whether I did it at 30 FPS or 60 FPS, the video would like jitter and it wouldn't look right. And obviously I changed it to these settings and it worked perfectly. You can watch any of my CSGO videos or any other video before this one. Not all of them. I think some of the older ones were rendered in Sony, but some of the most recent ones to this video will be rendered in Premiere Pro in these settings. So there you go. Hope this video helps you guys. I'll see you next time.